Hi, what's up guys? This is that guy with the pencil here, and welcome back to another installment of Tier List Tuesdays. Here we are to talk about something a little close to my heart. I care about these a lot. The pseudo-legendaries of Pokemon. Now, to be honest with you, I added some extra tiers. I was gonna make all 9 tiers, but I was just like, you know what? No, because some of these mods they do overlap with one another. Honestly, I have to say, like, I have these. No, I'm about to say there's some of these that actually do deserve why do exist. But there are some of them that honestly perfection isn't even the word. Like they're that great. So hands down, some of these mods got to go on perfection. But to start off, honestly, I don't mean to be a hater. I really don't. I really don't mean to be a hater. But Gudra, I'm gonna have to ask you, dog. Who came up with you? Why do you exist? Just why? Like of all, okay, we got another iffy one with Dragopole. But like if you look and Dragonite, honestly, but if you look at all the pseudo legendary Pokemon, a running trend you'll notice is that they are monsters. Like actually, these are all intimidating creatures except for like Dragonite. But I'm gonna get to Dragonite. But if you look at Gudra, it's literally all in the name. It's a pile of goo. What am I supposed to be intimidated by this? Is this supposed to inspire fear in my enemies? Like, and it's a dragon. I know dragon is such a loose term now with like Appleton, Alolan Executor, all that. But still, like, I'm supposed to view this mon in the same likes of Tyranitar, in the same likes of Hydreigon, in the same likes of Garchomp, Salamis, even Dragonite. Really, and I'm not. You're gonna see, I'm not really a big fan of Dragonite. But like, Gudra is was he the start? I feel like Gudra was like the start of the downward spiral of everything. Everything's a dragon, except for Charizard, unless he's Mega Evolved. But everything's a dragon. I feel like Gudra who's the one who started it because it just doesn't look right to me. It doesn't feel right. Like one, it's a dragon, and I expect better from my dragons. I admittedly do. And two, it's a pseudo legendary. Like that's a big thing right there. Like you don't get these mons aren't no joke. They're supposed to be some of the most powerful Pokemon in the game. But and even then, like Gudra on the competitive side isn't that good because it's just all around. Like it's too all around. Like all of these mons can have multiple purposes. Like you can run special or physical sets on a lot of these mons. Like you could work some things with every single one of these mons, except Gudra. Even Gudra as a tank isn't that good because of fairies. Because the fairies and ice type moves are common. So like Gudra's bad all around. I don't hate its design. That's the thing. I feel like I can't say I hate any of these designs. I really don't. I'm just disappointed in them. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So I'm disappointed on the design side. I'm disappointed on the stat side. There's competitive usage. All around, Gudra just disappoints me. Why do you exist? And now, speaking of designs I don't like, Dragonite. Dragonite, you disappoint me to so many different degrees. I can't even tell you, dog. Like I'm glad that the rest of these exist. Even Dragopole, and I'm gonna talk about Dragopole. Like even Dragopole has some sort of like intimidation factor. There's like Gyarados. Honestly, should have been the pseudo legendary because Gyarados is like actually legitimately intimidating. This is just around fat dragon with like stubby wings. Like, what's supposed to be intimidating about this? What if I look at this Pokemon? I'm not gonna feel fear. And even in the anime, where they tried to make Dragonite look scary, I think it was Iris's Dragonite back in Gen 5. It wasn't even that scary because like, and I know why, because its design is way too rounded, and that's the same issue I have with Goudreau. But here's the thing, Comeau is rounded. Here's the thing. See, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to logic myself into this. The reason Dragonite never looks intimidating is because he's literally round. Not even the points. The only sharp points on his body are like I think even his claws are rounded. Like, and the tips of his wings are kind of sharp. That's really it. There's nothing intimidating about this. It just doesn't give the vibe off of this is a legendary beast. This is a dragon. Like, I get more of a dragon vibe, like the serpentine kind of dragon from Dragonair. Like this thing, it looks like a Teletubby. Like I look, it looks like I'd give this to a child to cuddle. I would not ride this in the, I would not ride this in the battle. I would not send this in the battle and be like, yes, this is my mighty pseudo legendary Pokemon. But that's really it. And like the whole reason is not why do you exist, because like honestly, I even kind of like their designs are so almost interchangeable to me. But I like Dragonite a slight bit more just because it's better competitively, and it's a bit of nostalgia kicking in. Like I remember, young me used to love Dragonite. I thought Dragonite was the best. But then I got introduced to my boy, the creator, bro, Tyranitar. Tyranitar? Look at him. It's Godzilla. It is like, can we just pretend Dragonite didn't happen? Can we pretend like Tyranitar started off the pseudo legendary trend? Because bro, he belongs in perfect. He belongs in perfection, dude. My guys and girls and whatever else. Tyranitar is wild. Look at he's such a in his static art. He is roaring. He is asserting his dominance. He he crumbles mountains for the memes. Like everything about Tyranitar is cool. The design, it's even good competitively, and it has a horrible typing combination. The sand streak, everything works about Tyranitar. Its lore is epic. It just goes around and accidentally destroys mountains when it gets annoyed. Like what? Just casually bopping mountains just for the memes. Oh, I mean, okay. Everything about Tyranitar is cool. I don't think I had to explain this. Like, if you don't think Tyranitar is imperfection, I'm gonna have to, bro. Why? Like, why? Like, if you can give me an actual reason why you think Tyranitar isn't like one of the best legendary Pokemon, I'll wait to see it. But boy, is that going to be hard to prove because I like everything about Tyranitar, even its Mega Evolution. I honestly don't think it needed one, but even its Mega Evolution is cool to me because it just expands. It expands on that like sharp, beastly nature that is like like Tyranitar defines a pseudo legendary. It is powerful. It is cool. Its lore is great. Everything about Tyranitar is cool. Now going back down to I know a lot of people really like Dragopole, and I understand that. I respect it. Even I like a lot of aspects of Dragopole. Like how it carries around the Dreepy. I like how it's a ghost dragon. I like a lot of things about Dragopole. But once again, I feel like there's just something about it that doesn't do it for me. I think it's just it looks so awkward. Like you guys see what I mean, right? It has like the little stubby T-Rex arms. It has like the curled feet. It has the long swirly tail. Like I feel like Dragopole's a perfect example of trying to do too much. Like Pokemon Company had an idea, and they had like a really solid idea. Like we're gonna make a jet plane dragon again. We're gonna make another jet plane dragon, right? But that's gonna be the head. But we're also gonna make it a ghost, so it's gonna have a nice long like ghost wisp like dragon tail. However, we also want to make it kind of cute, so we're gonna give it like the rounded legs, and we're gonna curl it up, and it's gonna take care of kids. But we also wanted to have some intimidation factor, so I'm gonna give it T-Rex arms, so it reminds people of the T-Rex. But like all these aspects individually are cool. The lore is kind of cool. Like it's not the legendary beast type that I kind of look for when I think of pseudo legendary Pokemon or just dragons in general. But that's still pretty cool. Especially I love how it fires it out of its head. But like that's really it. I know. I think it's also really good competitively. I'm pretty sure it is because it has great stat balance. I think you can run it physically or specially. It's a good mon. That's why it's an okay. Like I can't say anything necessarily wrong with Dragopole. I don't even think I talk about Dragonite's competitive viability. Dragonite's good. I think he's viable competitively too because of multi-scale. He's good there too, but Dragonite is. But back to Dragopole, it's just that's definitely a me thing. Like Dragopole isn't in like great or fantastic and perfection just because of like I feel like Dragopole tried to do too much, and that may just apply to me because I know a lot of people love Dragopole. But yeah, that's just the me thing. And Dragopole don't do it for me. But you want to know who does do it for me? Nah, bro. Hydreigon's gonna go up in fantastic. He's not going in perfection. He's not going in perfection. Perfection is very, very limited. But like, you want to talk about a monster? You want to talk about like a 12 out of 10 monster, bro? It swoops from the sky. It slaughters things. Like it's a dark dragon. And you may be like, well, didn't you critique all the lower tier ones to be because they're round-ish and Hydreigon has round, but like I know that, but everything else about Hydreigon, like other than its round belly, everything else about Hydreigon is fire, bro. The three heads, amazing. Like reminds me of the Hydra. The crown on its head, on all three of its heads, but especially the prominent one on the middle head, amazing. The torn up wings because of how many fights it gets into, because it fights everything it sees, amazing. The lore, fantastic. The fact that this is actually like a monster. Like, I'm not sure if Tyranitar just goes around fighting things and that's how it destroys mountains. I'm pretty sure it just walks around and destroys mountains by accident when it gets annoyed. But no, Hydreigon is quite literally always seeking out a fight. As that is like a personal thing for me. You want to make a character I like? Have them always want the smoke. Like if they're always out looking for fights, they're automatically 10 times cooler to me. It's just a thing for me, and I feel like it's a lot of other people too. The fact that Hydreigon actively goes out and hunts things, and totally by nature too. It's not even like it's truly looking for a fight. It's just that its natural instinct is to attack everything. That's cool. And another reason Hydreigon gets so far up is because of Getsus. Like when I think of Hydreigon, I think of Getsu. I think of Gen 5. And I'm just like, whoa. It works out because they're both completely chaotic entities that just really want to prove their power. It's just whew, an entire video about Gen 5 is gonna have to be made, but that's gonna be a long while. Like I'm saying it right now, and it may not come out for months. But like Gen 5, Gen 5, bro. Is that And even then, Hydreigon, like the only reason it's not up in perfection is it has certain things that hold it back. Like, as cool as the tri-head concept is, like the Muppet hands kind of they look intimidating, but they also look a bit awkward because like they don't have any teeth. They're very rounded, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Why are you so focused on this rounded thing?" I don't know. It's just a thing for me, and like, and I don't get it either because his wings are like almost sharpened to a point. The crowns are sharpened to a point, but the mouths are round. They have no teeth. His belly's round. The feet are round. Even his tail isn't like if you gave Hydreigon like a fourth head on the tail or like a mace tail, I feel like it'd have to go in perfection for me. Well, it's just those little elements, and also as much as I love Hydreigon, it's not that good competitively because of that typing. As cool as that typing is, Dark Dragon is a whew, that's a typing right there. That is a beastly typing, but only in lore and only in like cool factor. But in actuality, the typing is horrible because fairy types exist, and fairy types a Gardevoir sneezes on a Hydreigon and it's dead. And Power Creep did Hydreigon no favors. So like throughout Gen 6 and 7, it used to be like top tier in Gen 5, but then fairies happened, and then speedy things happened, and Hydreigon's, I think 105 speed just wasn't enough anymore. A lot of things were outspeeding it. It's not that good anymore because a lot of things either are fairy type, you gotta have a fairy type on your team, or a fairy type move at least, and Hydreigon just gets popped by that. So yeah, I can't. Like it's just those few things that are holding Hydreigon back all the way up to perfection. Now, to move on, I think Salamis is great. Now here's why. Hold on, before you get mad at me. Why isn't he in fantastic? Why isn't he in perfection? Salamis is amazing. Um, Salamis is also he's like really cool. He's a beastly dragon. I think he's only 4'11" though. That's really weird. But Salamis is a really cool beastly dragon. However, my main issue with Salamis is like, bro, y'all gonna get so mad at me again for this. But the round, like he doesn't. He looks slightly intimidating. Like I wouldn't mind riding a Salamis in the battle, but or like throwing a Salamis out and saying, yes, this is my legendary, this is my pseudo legendary Pokemon. This is my one of my most powerful beasts that I'm sending out to sweep your entire team. But like it almost kind of looks derpy. Like is it? Salamence gives me the exact same vibes as Charizard. As in like upon a first glance, like if I look at Salamence or Charizard out of the corner of my eyes, I'm just like, whoa, that's really cool. That's a big dragon. But then I look at it like for a minute, and I'm just like, it's okay. And while Charizard's Mega Evolutions just make it better, the massive one wing on Mega Salamence is actually a joke. The fact that it folds in its stubby little legs is just, yeah, it doesn't do it for me. Salamence doesn't do it for me personally, but I understand why Salamence personally does it for a lot of other people. So it's really a toss up there. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want? Do you mind? Not mind? Do you not mind? Like the few things about it. Like, do you not mind this rounded? Like, not as intimidating. Do you not mind the funny looking Mega Evolution? And it's not even like I can say Salamence is bad competitively, because it wasn't. Aerial 8 Mega Salamence is wild, but Mega Evolution is gone now. I'm pretty sure Salamence is gone now too. But and like here's keep shifting in the chair. Here's another thing about Salamence. I have no idea what this thing's lore is. And I love Salamence. I have literally zero idea why. Oh, I know exactly why. I remember the Salamance's lore now. It just wanted to fly. It wanted to fly ever since it was a Bagon. And went through metamorphosis. And like that's a cool grow up story. Like that's a glow up right there. But other than that, like there's nothing truly. And I don't want to say there's nothing special about Salamence, because Salamence is cool. Salamence is in great for a reason. He's cool. But there are just certain things that just hold him back for me. And me specifically. Like I'm looking like to the things above it. Their lore is amazing. Their designs are amazing. Their typing combinations are cool. But like Flying Dragon, Like it's just a whole lot of for me when it comes to Salamence. That's all. That's really all I gotta say when it comes to Salamence. Salamence is kind of he's great. He really is great. Competitively, he's good. Design wise, he's good. Lore wise, even his lore is good, but nothing that gets him all the way up high. However, if you want to talk about someone who's high, bro. Now I know y'all gonna get mad at me because I know a lot of people don't like Comeau, but bro, Comeau is an ancient warrior, dog. Comeau wants the smoke with you, dog. He be clanging them scales, bro. He be getting you with that soul blaze, brother. And he thinks to himself, what a wonderful world. I have no idea where that came from. But Comeau's cool. He's really, really cool. Like, I like the warrior design to him. The fact that he's a built-in fighter is amazing. The dragon fighting type, it's also bad because fairies. And he was also bad when Gen 7 initially came out. But then he got Clangorous Soul Blaze, and they decided, you know what? Let's snap Comeau. Let's just give him stat buffs and everything. And he became really, really good competitively. And I think he's gone. No, he's not gone. He's here, but the Z move is gone. So I'm pretty sure he's back to being bad competitively. But everything else about Comeau is fire. Like, bro, the design, amazing. Like, I love the scales that double as armor, but also double as like instruments. Like, I can just see Comeau hyping each other up for battle by playing like a theme song or something like that. Like, Comeau comes into battle with his own theme song. Like you have to make one up for the rest of these things. But Comeau, he comes in with a specific beat. He's clanging the scales. That's cool. The fact that he's like this ancient warrior people is amazing. They fight for dominance. They fight together just for the sport. And that's like I still think Hydreigon is cooler than Comeau, and the reason comes down to this. Like, Comeau fights with some sense of honor and integrity. Sure, for clout, but for honor and integrity count. Hydreigon just fights things to fight things. Just like Tyranitar busts mountains just to bust mountains. Like the lore of these two is what slightly puts them above Comeau. Because Comeau in Gen 7 post Ultra Sun Ultra Moon was better than Hydreigon, hands down. Easily. Conqueror Soul Blaze, what? However, it's the lore, it's a little bit of the design, like once again, people are gonna call me the round boy now, but like looking at Comeau, he has good sharp elements of design, and while the round works for what he's supposed to be, it just once again kind of takes away from his intimidation factor, where you have more of the sharpness, more of the intimidation from the dark dragon rather than the fighting dragon. So yeah, Comeau's cool. Comeau's cool, hands down. Comeau is great. I believe. He's fantastic. Too bad he's bad now because Z moves got snapped right out of the game. But when Comeau was snapped, Comeau was snapped. His lore is still great. His design is still great, in my opinion. He's cool. Now, who do I do first? Now, let me tell y'all right now. Gen 4, I'm not the biggest fan of Gen 4. Gen 4, I have a lot of problems with Gen 4, but I still really like Gen 4. But I'm not a Gen 4 stan. I know a lot of them out there exist. I am not one of them. However, even I have to say that Garchomp, the monster, the ace of the champion of the Sinnoh region, is perfection. Now, why? Why? What makes that thing perfection? Okay, everything. Okay, it's almost to the level of like Tyranitar. The only thing that holds Garchomp back from being Tyranitar is a little bit of its lore, just because I don't know that much about it. Like Garchomp looks like a Pokemon that runs around for the smoke. Like, look at him. He's literally a monster. He has all the sharp edges. He has fangs sprouting out of multiple points on his body. He is a land shark. He is wild. He is literally a underground jet. This boy is crazy. He is going wild. However, despite how cool this design is, hands down, this is like purely design wise, do I like anything better than Garchomp? I don't think so. Cause like, man, I'm actually looking at it. Like comparison to Tyranitar, Garchomp has like that slimmer physique. Like Tyranitar is cool because he has that nice meaty like Godzilla look to him, which implies like more status and power. But the fact that Garchomp just looks like a slim scrapper who will slice you to bits with his arms. It's just cool. Like his design is cool and competitive. He's great. Garchomp is like one of very few like Gen 4 and even some Gen 5 and below Pokemon that like Power Crep did nothing to. Like Garchomp was just like, oh, I bet. Give me a sec real quick. And he figured it out. Like Ground Dragon. We have another Ground Dragon. We had a Ground Dragon from the generation before. It was Flygon. No one thinks of Flygon. You know why? Because Garchomp. Flygon was getting his moment in the sun for like 5 seconds during the current Gen 7 meta. Once the Sword and Shield expansion drops, bro, everyone's putting Flygon back in the box. And you know why? Because Garchomp's back. Because Garchomp is going to take the meta, look at it, snap it over his knee, and be like, the king's here, let's get it. Garchomp is great and competitive. Garchomp's design is cool, but its lore is just, it's a jet. It's like an underground jet that hunts for prey. Like that's really the only thing. Its lore is a bit too soft for me, and that's all I can really say about that. Like I feel if Garchomp, if you were to swap like Hydreigon and Garchomp's lore, I feel like Garchomp would hands down just be top, all the way. However, just because of the lore, it just can't happen. It can't happen. But oh, jeez, I'm spazzing out over Garchomp too much. Metagross, you've been waiting. Metagross is fantastic. Oh, and another thing that holds Garchomp back. Its evolution is stupid. Oh, the Reaper arms, went too far. Wasn't even that good competitively. Like you might as well just use regular Garchomp. Metagross is cool. Metagross is very, very cool. I know I feel like I'm underspeaking Metagross, but I feel like Metagross being cool is just a fact. He's very angular, he's very rough, he's very intimidating looking, even as a Mega Evolution, even though I still think it looks a bit silly. I still think its Mega Evolution is very cool. Once again, it's kind of just the lore. It's the lore, and that really does away does away with it for me because, like, if you're looking at Metagross, you be you almost kind of be because Metagross doesn't look natural. Like neither does Gudra. Dragonite looks a bit natural. Dragopole, it's a living jet. It doesn't look that natural. But like all these like these top five right here all look like natural hunters. Like if you were to live in a world with dragons, you would see these things running around, and you'd have to be wary. Are there Garchomps in this area? Like you could actually see that. But the fact that Metagross, I'm not even sure where Metagross comes from. Beldum fuses, Metane fuses again. And then Metagross is born. It's super smart. That's cool. But like, I don't care if you're smart. Lore wise, like Alakazam is smart too. You ain't gonna see him near any of the top of my list, really. Um, I'm probably gonna regret that statement. I know Alakazam is probably gonna be somewhere near the top of the list. But yeah, like that's really the point of Metagross. Like he's cool. He's Steven's ace. Steven was a bomb champion, but I like I also don't really feel much like connection to Metagross as I do for like Garchomp, Tyranitar, which is weird because I didn't even play Gen 2 until a while. But like I feel like I know Tyranitar, just like I feel like I know Garchomp. I definitely know Hydreigon because Hydreigon in the Genesis fight may have led to one too many deaths. Yeah, like Metagross is very cool. Like even competitively, he's great too. He's a Steel Psychic type. Are there any other Steel type types other than like Bronzong? It's a really good typing, really great offensive typing, and Bodies Fairies, which are the most snap thing in the game right now, still. So, oh, and Zacian. Zacian. No, that's a Steel Fairy. Am I crazy? But yeah, like Metagross is good all around. Like he's fantastic, but it's the lore and like Metagross's design is cool and it's intimidating, but it's not Garchomp or Tyranitar cool or intimidating. Like you feel me? Like you're seeing my logic now, right? Like your brain's opening up just a little bit to my shut down brain. Like you're kind of understanding me. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Like this is the solid tier list. And yeah, 3 months of Fantastic 2 up in perfection. But yeah, this was that guy with the pencil on another installment of Tier List Tuesdays, ranking the pseudo legendary Pokemon of the Pokemon series. And now, this is that guy with the pencil, writing off.